Let's unpack this now further. The Madlanga Commission and the ad hoc committee's work on the allegations with crime analyst Andy Mashaile. Andy, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. One would expect that it's going to get more and more explosive as the work of the Commission and the committee continue. But it's really the Commission's work that has the forensics capabilities to cut through the noise and give us the minutiae that underpin some of these allegations. And of course, they're now continuing to give right of replies to those who have been implicated and giving them an opportunity to tell their side of the story. Given where the puzzle fits right now, who do you think are some of the key players and actors who need to give testimony before the Commission to help complete that puzzle?
From the Madlanga perspective, good evening to you and compliments, my brother, and to your work team there. From the Madlanga Commission, you are expecting to see General Shadrach Sibia. You are also expecting to see the head of crime, organized crime would be Richard Shibiri, and you are also expecting to see Major General Leseja Senona of the Hawks KZN, and quite a few others who would be in that space, who would be coming from those three different institutions of hierarchy and power. Remember that some of the names that came through would be people like Brigadier Nkwashu. So these will come through at the Madlanga Commission, and you are still expected before the term of the Commission to get in front of the commissioners, people like Paul O'Sullivan, people like Ndate Pashani, even though that they will be starting off their journey before the ad hoc committee. Ndate Pashani, Ndate Paul O'Sullivan, and all those who would have been indicated to appear before the ad hoc committee, including Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi. So it is an interesting collage of dynamics and events and experiences that we are going to be looking at simmer or simmering, trying to boil that pot for the nuggets of justice and wisdom for the allegations put forward by Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi.
Yeah. Now, one of the big issues, and of course there are many streams that the Commission is paying attention to, but one of the big issues it had to deal with in phase one was whether or not the minister wrote the letter, and whether or not the letter that the minister wrote on the eve of New Year's had the intended effect, and whether or not the minister had the power to write that letter. Now, we've heard from several witnesses before the Commission, including the minister himself, Senzo Mchunu, that is. Do you think the Commission has had enough testimony and information and evidence before it to have concluded on that part of its terms of references, or do you think there are still gaps in that?
When you look at it at face value, you think that that love letter that broke the heart of the minister and his desires to can see the PKTT not seeing the light of day. From face value, you would think that that's all done and all water under the bridge, and it would force you and I, Oliver, to listen to what people like General Pashani would be sharing with the Madlanga Commission as well as the ad hoc committee. That would indicate political interference. Who knows to what extent the other witnesses will corroborate the involvement of the minister with regard to political interference and disbanding some of the task teams that are established to deal with crime. In this particular instance, the minister is accused of interfering with the operations of the PKTT, that he so lovingly refers to as the NPKTT.
Yeah, and of course, he's quite insistent that it's a national toss team and not just a provincial toss team. We're going to have to leave it there. Andy Mashaile, thank you so much for your time and your insights this evening. Always a pleasure to speak to you. Andy Mashaile, there is a crime analyst and expert.